Let's start with the first chapter of SCMPE. It is Introduction to Strategic Cost Management. We have all these three topics in first chapter. They are traditional cost management, strategic cost management, and few miscellaneous topics. In strategic cost management, we have four more topics. And when coming to the traditional cost management, previously we need to calculate the selling price by dividing the total cost with number of units. We will arrive at cost per unit. Adding profit margin will give you the selling price. We use it to sell the product at the selling price arrived in this method. And after arriving at selling price, we will accounting department we will do comparisons between standards and actuals. Any difference is called as variance, and the only aim is to reduce these variances and earn the profits. See here, there is to calculate the total cost and divide with number of units. It will give the cost per unit. Adding profit margin will give the selling price per unit. Next, they used to compare the actuals and standards, analyze them, and control the differences. Focus will be on cost control and cost reduction. Aims to increase the profit. See, in these four stages, we are able to see some flaws. Like, see, they are selling the product at the selling price arrived in this model, but they are not seeing what competitor is charging or what customer is able to pay. See, this is the first limitation. Ignores the competition, market, growth, and customer requirement. Thereafter, it is depending on accounting data for analyzing the standards and actuals and decreasing the variances. Because as the accounting data can be duplicated, erased, or edited, it is not beneficial to depend on that. It means it ignoring the dynamics of marketing and economics. Rather than depending on this, it is depending on the accounting data. And it is a reactive approach, means we are uh, trying to reduce the variances after we have seen the profits or losses. After arriving the results, we are trying to reduce them rather than being so proactive and adopting a new policies in order to gain profits and customer satisfaction. We are following a reactive approach, and our main focus is on cost reduction. This may decrease the profits. See how it will decrease the profits means, we in order to decrease the cost, we thought of cutting down the advertisement cost by 15%, but we don't know it will affect the sales, which will decrease the profits, and obviously quality will be decreased. And we never thought of reviewing our process and improving the product in the whole scenario. It means limited focus on reviewing and improvising. And as we are only aiming at profits, it is we are going to sustain only for short term. Means it is only short term outlook rather than focusing on customer satisfaction. As there are some limitations in this traditional cost management, we are now following a strategic cost management. Let's see how does it work. We're at strategic cost management. Strategic cost management is application of cost management techniques to the to improve the strategic position of business as well as control the cost. See, it is to aiming at both cost controlling and it is strategy improving the strategic position. This is the main difference between the traditional cost management and strategic cost management. Just in simple words, it is managing the cost strategically. And see, what we will achieve here, competitive advantage. It means gaining importance over the competitors, gaining an advantage. It can be through product differentiation and cost leadership. We will go through this concept in the later stage. Now just remember the words only. And see, in strategic cost management, we need to focus on continuous improvement. Otherwise, every company will become like Nokia. And we need to focus on value chain at the same time. So from above, we came to a conclusion that we need to apply the strategic cost management. But before applying, we have to make some analysis of the strategic positioning, means where we are, where we want to be, what we should do to go there. And cost driver analysis, it means proper allocation of cost to a particular product. uh, Value chain analysis means what is the value added activities carrying over production, and what are the non value added activities we need to look into. Let's see into the details. First one, strategic positioning and analysis. In strategic positioning analysis, we will see the choices that company makes to create a value, and it should be different from others. We need to create some value. Our own recognition should be there, and it should be unique from when compared to the competitors. Then only we can sustain in the market. So what we should do for that? Analyze the present position where we are, and analyze the desired future position where we want to be, and make a plan to achieve that. What we should do to reach there. That's a simple thing. And there are some factors will be affecting the strategic position, like internal environment. It might be the resources, employees, management, etc. External resources will be like a bargaining power of supplier, consumer, or it might be political, uh, legal consequences, environmental changes. Everything will have the impact on our strategic position. Organization value, culture, and systems will also affect the strategic position. So, after analyzing our strategic position, we need to properly analyze the cost driver. What is meant by cost driver? See how we need to divide the cost between our results. Like, see, machine X is used to produce X, Y, and we incur 2 lakhs for machine X. How we need to distribute the 2 lakhs to X and Y? See, previously in traditional method, what we used to do means we used to divide based on the number of units. Suppose if X produced 2 lakh units and Y produced X produced 1 lakh unit and Y produced 1 lakh unit, then 2 lakhs by 2 lakhs, 1 rupee for each product. I mean, may give wrong results because X might be using 2 hours to produce 1 unit, and Y might be using just half an hour for producing 1 unit. The it should be the number of machine hours used by each product to divide the cost of machine X between X and Y, which is avoided in traditional method and which will be followed in the uh, strategic cost management. There are two ways of dividing the cost drivers. That is structural cost driver and executional cost driver. Executional cost driver, in the sense, it will be determined by management style and policy on its own way. And structural cost driver, in the sense, it will scale and scope will impact the cost. When coming to the value chain analysis, we need to identify the activities, divide between value added and non value added activities. Value added activities should be given more focus, and we should invest all our resources here. Non-valued activities, we should eliminate them completely from the process. But before that, activities are divided into two categories. One is primary activities and secondary activities. Primary activities is nothing but all the activities that transforms the raw material into finished goods, and it includes inbound logistics. It means purchasing the raw material, storing it and distributing it to a production line. Operations means processing of the raw material to finished goods. Outbound logistics means collecting the processed finished good, storing it and distributing it to the market, that is, it might be retail or wholesale market. Marketing and sales involves advertising and selling of product. Services carried after sales. So all these are primary activities. But there are some secondary activities. These are required to support the primary activities, like procurement. We need to find a correct supplier who is selling the product, who is selling the raw material at reasonable rate with high quality. And technological development, it means we need to have proper hardware, software and technical knowledge which is used to transform the inputs into outputs. Human resource management, in the sense we have it will include the activities from selection, recruitment of employees, rewarding them, promoting them, and maintaining the relation with the employees. Firm's infrastructure. Firm infrastructure, in the sense proper planning and finance, accounting. It is coordinating all the resources we are having in the organization, following the legal and government policies. All these are firm's infrastructure. Everything will have its own importance. But the major issue here is it is not suitable for service sector. It is mainly prepared for manufacturing sector. So we have value shop analysis for service sector. It is used to solve the customer problem. So what are the steps in primary activities? Finding a problem, solving the problem. We will arrive at many solutions, and we should choose among the solution and execute the solution we have chosen, and evaluate that regular periods and control the activities. We have secondary activities same as a value chain analysis here. See, let's see what we have studied till now. Previously, there used to be a traditional cost management. Because of some limitations, the strategic cost management got emerged, and we have three components here. In order to achieve the strategic cost management, we need to have three analyses. One is strategic positioning analysis, cost driver analysis and value chain analysis. And strategic framework for value chain analysis means we need to analyze. See, for having strategic cost management, we have three analyses. No, for this value chain analysis, we have again three analyses to support this. What are the industry structure, core competencies, and segmentation analysis? See, industry structure analysis means we need to study the industry before entering into a business, because we need to check whether it is profitable or not. How can we check that? Through Porter's five forces analysis. We need to check whether there is a bargaining power of buyers, because if a buyer is having bargaining power, we need to sell the product at a price required by them. Then profits will be low. See, why we need to, why sometimes buyers will be having bargaining power? If same product is sold by many companies in the market, then they have an opportunity to switch the company if they do not like any quality or product price. So if it is the bargaining power of buyer is high, it is not profitable to enter into that market. And bargaining power of supplier is high. Supplier doesn't mean that we supplying our goods. Supplier means person who is supplying raw material to us. So if person selling some raw material to us having bargaining power, then also profits will be low. When they will have bargaining power, if the raw material is sold by only few suppliers, then they can maintain that price at high level and leading to the losses to us. Threat of the substitute products. Substitutes here means doesn't mean from the same industry. It might be from different industry. Like paper is having substitute of ebooks. Through emerging of ebooks, paper usage has reduced and they are suffering from losses. So it need not be from the same industry only. Threat of new entrants. We should make sure that it is difficult to enter the market. Then only there will be a less threat for the new entrants. If it is easy, then everyone will come and sell the products like telecommunication. It is very difficult to enter because we need to go through a lot of government rules and regulations to enter in the market. So that is the reason there are very few sellers for the telecommunication industry, and there might be a rivalry among the existing firms. We need to analyze all these five factors and check whether it is profitable to enter in particular business or not. And core competence analysis. See, every firm should have a unique skill to create distinct value from its customers. For example, Google. It will give the best results when compared to any other search engine, and it is a primary source for competitive advantage. See, uh, y- your product result will be your competitive advantage. Um it will create the importance or advantage over the other competitors. So, and firm will should continuously evolve their core competencies, which require two sources. One is resources and one is capabilities. Resources in the sense tangible assets, intangible assets like patent, trademark, any other thing. Capabilities in the sense ability to use those resources. We should we need all these two sources in order to achieve the core competencies. For example of a core competencies is I have given here Google. One more example is Coca-Cola. They see here they have given intangible asset means they are not sharing their formula how they are preparing the soft drinks, and they are the leading in the market. There might be many other soft drinks, but they are not beating the Coca-Cola. In that way, you should make a unique skill which is different from others in order to lead the market. The third one is segmentation analysis. That means we need to identify the segment variables and categories, like what are all the products we are producing. It might be the soaps, shampoos, and makeup products, biscuits, cakes, cold drinks, like that. There are different products, and we should list all of them. Construct the segmentation matrix. It means we need to categorize a product into single matrix like C. All these are cosmetics. All these are comes under food and beverages. We need to categorize them, analyze the segment attractiveness. Which segment is more profitable in the position we should analyze, and identify the key success factor for each segment. Key success factor in the sense why it is beneficial, what make it is ruling the market, why this soap is more beneficial. Like that we need to check whether it is giving the quality, or it is low price, that or it is giving the service, proper service to the customers. Like that, we need to check and analyze the attractiveness of a broad versus narrow segment scope. See, after analyzing everything, we should check whether it is beneficial to go into broad sense. Broad segments means whether to produce a single product or whether to produce a multiple products. We need to analyze whether it is beneficial to produce broad products or single, which means narrow. It is beneficial to produce broad itself, because if you produce many products and release into the market, one might be become a complement to other. One image may give profits to other goods, and one profit of one may be set off with the loss of others. It is beneficial to go into the long terms, and this is the three categories of a strategic framework of value chain analysis. We have a case scenario regarding this value chain analysis. Let's read the case scenario. So the case scenario is WDG is a family owned business. Family owns 80% of the shares. See, first let's see the what they are asking in the question. Access whether WDG would join the paper tubes market as a performance measure, a performance improvement strategy. See, if they are asking whether to join a particular industry or not. We have discussed earlier Porter's 5 forces to check whether it is beneficial to enter a particular market or not. Uh, let's discuss that first. First one, threat among bargaining power of buyers, suppliers, threat among the existing rivals, substitute products, and new entrants. We need to check these 5 forces to check whether it is beneficial to enter a particular market or not. And first, they have given the family shares, which is irrelevant, and it manufactures cardboard boxes for customers, which are mainly manufacturers of shoes, cloth, and crackers. Now, board is considering to join the paper tubes market as well. Paper tubes are also known as cardboard tubes, are cylindrical shaped components that are made with cardboard. Paper tubes can be used for wide range of functions. Paper tubes are usually ordered in bulk. See, if they are ordered in bulk by many industries that rely on paper tubes, include the food processing, shipping, and postal service, automotive manufacturing, material handling, textile, pulp and paper, packaging, and art. Paper tubes cost approximately 1 to 3% of total cost of customers' finished goods. The information about the paper tubes is as follows. See, up to here, what they have told, they are currently producing from cardboard. It will be used for these products, but they want to enter into paper tubes market also now. It will be used by these customers, but the customers are ordering in bulk quantities and it costs only 1 to 3%, means it the cost is very less. This means the buyers are having the bargaining power. How they are able to purchase in bulk means we need to offer heavy discounts for them, and it is just costing 3% for them. It means buyer can purchase it anywhere with huge discounts, and it means that buyer is having the bargaining power. See, this is fulfilled. Next, Paper tubes are made in machines of different sizes. Lowest cost machine is of 1,89,000 including GST of 5%, and only one operator is required to run this machine. 2 days training program is required to enable untrained person to run such a machine efficiently and effectively. Special paper is used in making paper tubes, and this paper remains in short supply. See, here it takes only 2 days training period, means it is easy to learn this paper production and enter into the market, means new entrants can come easily and do the business. Hence there will be threat of new entrants. And the special paper is used in making the paper. It is in short supply, means there are few suppliers selling the products, which means there will be a supplier bargaining power. Okay. uh, Next, presently 5 major manufacturers are of paper tubes have a total market share of 75%, offer product ranges which are similar to size, equal similar size and quantity. Okay, there are only 5. The market leader currently has 24% share, and 4 remaining competitors hold on average 12.75%. Annual market growth is 3%, which is very low. So, uh, as they are producing products of similar size and quantity, there is a rivalry among existing competitors. Okay, and when we go up, see, rivalry among existing competitors is also fulfilled. And next, the current report insight on global activities of foreign based MNCs released the news that now MNCs are planning to expand their packaging operations in a diverse market by installing automated machines to produce paper tubes of any size. It means there is a threat of new entrants. Already there is a threat of new entrants because of less number of experience required, and there is another threat that MNCs are coming. And the last point is another company, HEG, manufactures a small, however increasing range of plastic tubes which are capable of housing small products such as foils, paper based products. Currently, these tubes are average 15% more costlier than equivalent sized paper tubes. See, there is a threat of substitute. Plastic is a substitute for paper industry. So, it is a threat of substitute products. Even though we have entered the market, because entry cost is low and entry barriers are low, it is difficult to sustain because we have all these 5 barriers. So this is not recommended to join the industry. So see the final answer from the available information. Joining the market of paper tubes does not seem to be attractive. The WDG should go for alternative performance improvement strategy. Okay. And when we go to the next topic, it is competitive advantage. I already said that it is advantage over the competitors. And how to achieve the advantage over the competitors in 2 methods: differentiation advantage or low cost advantage. Differentiation advantage is can be earned by giving product differentiation, means providing high quality product at high price, like premium prices what Apple charges. It will give high quality products at high prices. It can be achieved by superior quality, superior innovation, and superior customer responsiveness. Here, low cost strategy is another advantage where people can produce a goods which are for the customers who are budget friendly, price sensitive customers. Like they can charge low price for same quality, like what Jio is charging or DMarts are charging. We are getting the same services what others are giving, but their charges is relatively low. So in the meanwhile, they have entered the market and they have acquired a major share. Same way, same price can be charged, but we need to give the high quality. For suppose mobiles, there are many brands in the mobile industry which will provide mobiles for 10,000 rupees, but some will provide for 8 GB RAM and 128 GB internal storage. But whereas some will give 6 GB RAM and 64 internal storage. See, 8 GB will gain advantage over here because with the same price we are getting the high quantity. It might be high quality also. So how we will achieve the low cost advantage? By reducing the cost by copying the uh, same formulas like that. Using the cheap inputs, we can reduce the cost, increase the production, which will decrease the cost per unit, and if we increase the purchases, we get larger discounts and the cost will be reduced. Choose the areas having low cost of maintenance and government support. See, some governments will be giving incentives or free land if we establish an industry in their place, in particular places. We need to choose them because sometimes uh, establishing the industry in metros, manufacturing department especially, will doesn't make any sense. It can be in outskirts also. So it is better to choose the area which having low cost of maintenance and gain learning curve benefits. What is learning curve benefits? Doing the same thing for a longer period will gain experience and will take less time to do the next time. So with all these benefits or following this process, you can achieve the low cost advantage. This is for especially for price sensitive customers. And besides these two strategies, there is a focused strategy. What does it tell? Rather than it tells to apply the above strategies to the whole industry rather than to a particular segment. Okay. Then we have the illustration one regarding this example. The following are the income statements of two companies in the same industry. They are in the same industry. So what they are asking, identify the strategy, whether it is cost leadership or differentiation, followed by two forms. Justify your classification. See, cost leadership means low cost, different product differentiation means high cost, high selling price, high profits. How we can find out each way? See, we cannot decide here 11 by seeing 11 lakhs is a higher lower than 16 lakhs. We need to calculate contribution per sale, fixed cost per sale, profit by sale. It means contribution is 11 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs equal to, it will give you 55%. This is for WD. Okay. Fixed cost is 7 lakhs and revenue is 20 lakhs. It will give you 35%. Profit is 4 lakhs and revenue is 20 lakhs. This is 20%. Compared to WG, 16 lakhs divided by 40 lakhs. It will give you 40%. And 12 lakhs divided by 40 lakhs, it will give 30%. Next, 4 lakhs divided by 40 lakhs, it will give you 10%. See, here we are earning 55% of contribution, which is higher when compared to WG. How it is earned? By investing more investment in fixed cost. See, fixed cost investment is more in WG when compared to WG. It is more in WD. So it means we are uh, investing more in innovations. Okay, it will be done only in premium products. Profit is also high when compared to the WG. See, what we for what is the strategy if we are charging premium product differentiation? Here we are having low profits when compared to WD. It means we are using cost leadership strategy. Okay, once check. WD is product differentiation. WD indicates that WD is following the differentiation strategy. WG appears to be more focused on cost leadership strategy. Okay, we are done with this example. Next topic, assessing the competitive advantage. See, we have gained the importance over our competitors, but it is not only sufficient. How we have earned it is does matter, because along with profits, customer is also important for us. So we need to analyze internal cost, identify the firm's value creating process, because we should know what is adding value, or what is the true contribution of each and every activity, each and every process. So we need to identify the firm's value creating process, determine the portion of total cost of product attributable to each value creating process. It is nothing but allocating of cost and asset. In starting we have learned no machinery, why we have used it for two products. So we need to correctly bifurcate the each and every cost and allocate to the value it created, and identify the cost drivers. Okay, what is the basis of bifurcating the cost? We need to analyze, and we need to identify the links between the processes, evaluate the opportunities for achieving the relevant cost advantage, because uh, adopting low areas will give low cost advantage, and long term contracts will give more profitable. In this way you need to find out what is the internally what is contributing to the competitive advantage, and we need to find out internal differentiation analysis. Here customer identify the customer value creating processes, like what is the process which is giving more uh, customer satisfaction, like whether it is after sales service or high quality products or warranty schemes, whatever it is giving we should find out, and evaluate the differentiation strategies for enhancing the customer value. Like we need to evaluate the features, we need to evaluate the marketing and distribution channel, and customer service, brand image, increase the quality with same cost. Any of this will enhance the competitive advantage to the customer. Determine best suitable determination strategy. These are we can enhance any of these, but we need to choose whichever is most suitable and implement that, because implementing all at a time is might not be possible. Okay, vertical linkage analysis. See here, uh, not only this internal cost analysis and internal differentiation analysis is important, but also maintaining the relation with supplier and users, that is customers, is much more important. Okay, it will also add value to the competitive advantage. The link between the supplier and firm will be termed as backward integration, and the firm and users will be termed as forward integration. Okay, let's next topic will be last topic, that is mission, vision, and objective. I used to confuse between the mission and vision, which is short term goal and which is long term goal. Just I'll share a small trick which is so silly, but it is important sometimes. In alphabetical order wise, M comes first and V comes later. So M is a short term and V is for long term. Okay, let's go in depth. In mission, customer is not focused. So customer is more focused than products. Um, it always want to answer, why does company exist? Why does company exist now? What it is doing now? We need to answer kind of product it will offer, what is the primary market it is going to offer, or type of customers it is targeting, or the area of operation, geographical area. This will be whether it is targeting kids or old people or teenagers, like that, and the kind of product it will offer. We need to check all these, and so that we can answer the question, why does it company exist now, present. It is always short term aim of the company, what it is, what it is doing now, why does it exist now. Whereas vision is long term aim, what company would like to achieve in the future, in a long term, where it want to be. It is called as vision. And the objective is what it should do to attain the company's mission and vision. Okay, what should be done? Objective is what should be done to attain the company's mission and vision. So here we have completed the theory part and one case scenario and illustration. There are two test your knowledge questions. We will complete it now only. This is the first test your knowledge question, and the question. First let's see the what it is asking. What the question wants to answer is. Identify the strategy that wireless is using for mobile A and mobile Z. Discuss the risk involved in each of these strategies and advise wireless to sustain its current strategy for mobile A. Okay, risk involved. First, we should find what are the strategies they are using for mobile A and mobile Z. Wireless is a manufacturer of mobile phones. Company operates in market that is dynamic, extensive, extremely competitive, and consumer centric. Means there is a lot of competition in the market, and they are always trying to satisfy the customer with best results in the best possible way. The market is broadly fragmented into those consumers who are price conscious, looking only for basic features, and see, there are price conscious customers and those who are technology savvy, wanted to try out the latest offering. They can charge for high, they can pay high, and they can try the new products. Wireless manufactures phones that cater to both these segments. Okay. Mobile A has basic features that customer requires from the phone. It is marketed to attract the price conscious customers. See, these customers are there, no, price conscious customers. These. There are many other manufacturers who are similar product offering for this market. See, the competition is also high. Mobile Z offers, see, this is the information given about mobile A. It means it is targeting the price sensitive customers, offering the low cost products. So it is following the low cost strategy. When it comes to mobile, Z offers the latest technology means superior innovation and attractive design. Wireless has invested substantial amounts, so huge amount of investment is made in this product that resulted in mobile Z having the unique features. It is marketed to attract the customers willing to try out the new products. The research also yielded results whereby large section of design of mobile A and mobile Z are standardized. See, this is another point. See, up to here, what they have said, they are charging high. See, it is for having unique products. It invested a lot for a research and development, and it is for customers who want to try out the newer product. Means they are opting the strategy of product differentiation. Okay, here what they have said means they are using same input for A and Z. See, similar components. What will it result into? They can order in bulk and get heavy discounts for the same for that input. Okay. And second question, I think they have asked for risks involved in these in each of the strategies. So first, I need to answer that. For major risk of a low cost strategy will be competition. If you reduce the cost, your competitor also reduce the cost. If we go on reducing by seeing each others, we may go into the losses. Okay, that is the main disadvantage in the low cost strategy. And the other disadvantage is if we are targeting to reduce the cost, it will reduce the quality as well. So it is also reduces the customers and as well as profits. What is the risk in product differentiation? We the competitor may copy our product. They can copy the features, design of a, and prepare a exact replication of a product. Example is OnePlus. OnePlus is a replica of Apple. They have copied each and every design and features of our product, and they are entered in the market. So we need to take care of our intellectual property, and we need to protect it with the property rights. Okay. The other disadvantage is it is not for price sensitive customers. I think in India there are more of price sensitive customers when compared to persons who want high who will pay premium amounts. So as we are price sensitive customers, it is very unfortunate that they may lose the price sensitive customers. Okay, the last question is while advise wireless to sustain its current strategy for mobile A. See, what they are using for mobile A low cost strategy. How can how to sustain in that? I have already discussed that one. See, we can reduce the cost by copying the design and using the cheaper inputs, or we can increase the production, increase the purchases, choose the areas having low maintenance, and gain the learning curve benefits. We have answered all the questions, but let me finish the question first. In the last point, what they have given, they are using the same material for both A and Z, so that cost they can order bulk and the cost will be reduced. So okay, purchase will be increased. Okay. This would enable the wireless to enter in agreements with its suppliers to provide the components just in time based on the production schedule. With this change, the quality of mobile is expected to improve, thereby improving its sale of take manifold. Online shopping has given customers complete access to the prices of phones offered by different manufacturers. This channel of shopping contributes to almost 70% of sales. Huge discount by its rivals have forced wireless to reduce the price of the mobile as well. This has stretched its profit margins. Various cost reduction measures have been initiated to maintain the profitability. What are those cost measures? This one. Mobile Z, on other hand, is currently doing well since it is targeted to more niche segment of customers. Wireless is able to charge premium price for Mobile Z. The latest news in the industry of personal devices like mobiles, laptop is use of artificial intelligence and augmented reality in enhanced user experience. The technical staff at Wireless feel that it would be next new frontier that could really change the way we use our devices, most of which could be go redundant. It is always relevant topic. They have asked for a risk. We have given two risks for each of the two strategies, and they have asked how to achieve the cost leadership strategy, and this is how we can reduce cost by copying the design, and we can use the cheaper inputs. Next, we can increase the production, and we can cost per unit will be reduced. We can increase the purchases and get heavy discounts for raw material. Gaining the learning curve strategy. All these are ways to achieve the low cost strategy. Okay. Then coming to the next question, it is regarding value chain analysis. See, first let's see what question is asking. Discuss three primary activities of value chain through which X can minimize the gap, if any. So they are asking about primary activities. So while reading the question, we need to divide the entire process into primary activities so that we can easily answer the question. Okay, and they are asking to minimize the gap also. Means in case of any cost required and cost actually incurred, if there is any gap, we need to reduce that. X is a leading toy manufacturing firm having commenced its commercial operations in the year 1990. The firm has state-of-art manufacturing facility in India. It sells toys through retail outlets and firm's website. X has been pioneering the concepts of quality and safety in toys and has been instrumental in raising the quality standards of toys in Indian market. Actually, this is very irrelevant topic for us. Next, X mission is to influence the parents to spend on toys that enable every child to grow with quality toys that contributes to his or her wholesome development. X procures the material from number of different suppliers. So this is inbound logistics. Okay, different suppliers. All the products, all the purchased materials are dispatched to its warehouse located at its factory. And see, they are stored in a factory and are held there unless they are moved to the production. Okay, this is all about inbound logistics. They are purchasing, storing, and moving to the production line whenever they are required. After production is completed, finished toys are moved to X retail outlets by its own vehicles. Okay, from here it is they did not give anything about production process. They directly given about outbound logistics. Each week, vehicle follow the same time schedule regardless of weight they are carrying. Finished goods that are sold through X websites are dispatched to distribution center. Okay, this is regarding uh, outbound logistics. X has recently got the contract to actually up to here it is outbound and it is distribution. X has recently got the contract to manufacture the new toy, that is TYZ, a mini cartoon based on a character from famous international animated film. X has not been given any target price, hence it is free to set the selling price of TYZ. However, must pay a royalty of 10% of selling price to the film director. X is also planning to sell the TV out through its retail. So they are only planning through retail outlets in spite of their website. Okay. X has decided to follow the target costing technique for TYZ. Marketing manager has determined the selling price to around 1750 and X needs a margin of 26%. For estimated cost per TYZ, refer annexure. Okay, these are the cost. First, let's find out the target uh, cost, because they have given the target selling price, that is 1750. After reducing the 10% royalty, it is 175, no, and minus 26% profit will be reduced. How much is 26% of 1750? 455. So what is the target cost? 1120. Okay, but let's see the sum of all these costs, how much it will be. One material C 150.5, we need to add that. Material D 112.5, labor 420, add this also. Production overhead, add this, and selling and distribution cost, add this. Here they have given for other material one annexure. Each TYZ requires 0.7 kgs of other materials. These other materials are procured from supplier at cost of 280 per kg, and around 5% of all the purchased materials are found to be downgraded. Means there is a 5% wastage. So 0.7 into 280 will be the cost, 196. But this is after downgrading, means only 95% is the value of 196. Then what will be the cost for 100%? See, oh, just a minute. For 100%, what will be the cost? Then 196 into 100, cross multiplication by 95. What is the cost? 206.32. Let's sum up this with this, 206.32. Add all the cost, 150.5 plus 122.5 plus 206.32 plus 420 plus 132.3 plus 166.6, 1198. I'll show you here. 1198.22. What is the difference? 78.22. See, we are charging we should reduce the cost by 78 rupees 22 paise in order to reach the targeted cost. how we need to reduce, we should show in terms of this any three primary activities. So when coming to the question, so where we can reduce in inbound logistics. See, they are dispatching in warehouse, so they are storing for some time. Rather than storing for some time, they can follow just-in-time method and obtain the raw material whenever required. Instead of having number of different suppliers, we can have one supplier who is trustworthy, and quality should be checked first, of course. We should pay high premium, but we need to find one supplier uh, who will provide the goods as and when required. So we can reduce the warehousing cost here. As we are asking for quality, we can also escape this 5% of unquality products. Okay, first one is inbound logistics. We have to follow just in time and for obtain the quality products. Obtain the products whenever required, so that we can escape the warehousing storage cost, and we can reduce as we are following the quantity. As we are following the quality in just in time, the downgrade also will be reduced. Second, it is outbound logistics. See here, they are following. Uh, see, each week vehicles follow the same time schedule regardless of weight. See, they are after completing the production, they are moved to outlets, that is retail shops, irrespective of the demand. So there's sometimes there will not be a much demand uh, for the products we have sent. So it is better to know in front how much is required and send the required amount, so that we can escape the transportation cost. Okay, and when coming to the last point, and in outbound logistics, we can also implement any automated system for which we get the uh, um, for which we can besides reducing the transportation cost, we can also follow any automated system in the outbound logistics and obtain the details automatically for inbound shipments and outbound shipments. This will with the by following the automated processes. And when it comes to the distribution, it is selling only through the retail outlets. So it's good to sell through website, which will have the international uh, international sales, because this is an international film. So it is better to sell through website, so that we can increase the sales. Also, using these three, we can reduce the gap of 78 rupees. Okay, that's all. So this is the end of this question and topic also. There are another four case study questions given at the end of this chapter. So we will discuss that in the next video. Thank you.